I should have started this video before, but anyway, I'll just crack on. Taking the silver plate off at the front. It's just got some screws along the front edge. There isn't any on the back edge. I've taken it off and show you there. Just part of the double floor. Let's get my hands out of the way. So there's plenty of room to put some wires, because I'm looking to put some 240 volt flex along there, and put in a 240 volt socket there, and one 240 volt socket somewhere on this end, maybe there or here, haven't decided yet. So getting access is, obviously we've got the battery chargers in here, so there must be 240 volts here. I think this 1.5 mil flex there already, so I'm just gonna do a excuse me, a radial circuit from there, and just move this out of the way. There's a little hole there, which hopefully I'm trying to, and just this metal bracket here, there's some wires underneath, so I'm trying to figure out the route. So it looks like I'm having to take this out here, so I've taken the screws out here and here, but then there's some awkward screws to get to just here and here. So I've used this contraption. It's great. They're only, well, I think it's a Milwaukee or something. It's only, there you go, it's only cheap, 15 quid, but you know, you can get in these tight little spots. So I thought I'd show you what I had to use, because you just can't get a screwdriver because this is in the way. If you use one of them small little stubby ones, you're too far away from here, I suspect. So anyway, that's what I've used. I'm going to whip this off, take this off, and hopefully I'll be able to see a route through from underneath here, so I have the wires hidden, bring them through into here, form some kind of junction, and fit my sockets. And while I'm here, I'm going to put in a 240 volt supply for my TV, and I'll have some kind of switch on here to switch between the inverter and the TV, because most of the time it's going to be on 240 volt hookup, because that's most of the camping we do is on sites, but we have got a facility of using the inverter. The TV is a bit thirsty. I think it's about 50 watts, which is quite a lot more compared to a camping TV, but it's a full smart 24 inch, 27 inch, 29, 27, 28, I can't remember what it is, but it's going to fit there anyway. Anyway, enough for me rapping on. I need to crack on with some work. I've only got a few hours. I will see you soon. We're going to fit these here. I got these, they're only like, I think $12.99 from Amazon. It's like a nickel dark metallic. It's nice. It's got a couple of USB chargers there, decent ones as well, 3.1 amps as it reads there. It's quite a neat plug. So I'm going to stick it there. So it's going to poke through, and the wires will just be near the diesel filler there. Oh, no electricity near diesel. Yeah, it's not an issue. The diesel's not going to flash off, and this isn't going to produce any spark, so I wouldn't worry about it. There's not a lot of room just behind those pipes, but there's enough. I'll obviously have to remove this box here as well, because I'm going to feed the wires along here, just poking through there, and then underneath here, bring them up and through, and I can wire it up and screw it in, and then kind of socket down there. Don't have to have this wire here trailing up to there, which I dislike immensely. Okay, I'm going to crack on. Okay, I've cut that out. This is the hole, so that's cut out for the socket. I'll just see if this fits. Yeah, look at that, fits there. Obviously remove the tape. I'm going to have a little bit of a hoover up and feed the wire. I've taken this off or loosened it. Can you see down there? Can't really. Anyway, there is access there. There's not a lot of slack because there's a hose connected to here, so I'm going to feed the wire through, have it poking out, and then I can start putting things back together again, which my wife will be very happy with. So the cable is in. I drilled through and it's come through the bottom. I just used a piece of wood down the bottom just to make sure that when the drill went through it didn't go through any cables. Around there, cables round there, through there, underneath there, poking through. There was also a bit of a wicked breeze, some air coming through here, which I just stuck a bit of this. It's not rock wool, it's like a similar insulation. So I stuck that in. I think it's made out of recycled glass bottles. Anyway, and it's pretty cold underneath here. It's -4 outside, so I don't want to spend too much time faffing around. So I've just shoved a piece in there for now, but later on in the summer maybe I'll take that cover off and have a look and give it a good, make sure all the gaps are pretty much sealed up as best as possible. Anyway, I'm going to put this metal plate on. I just had to cut the corner out here, just where the cable crops up. You can see the dirt line there. That's has to cut that corner off. Just show you, just there. So hopefully that'll fit, and I can tie the place up. So the socket's in. I've had to just take little inserts from Patches box and use them to hold it in. So I had nowhere to put the screws through. Anyway, that's held in place. I filled this little cubby hole here full of insulation in the end, stuffed it all in. And the good thing is, which is what I was hoping for, that when this box goes on, there's no sign of the socket from the inside, so it's completely hidden. Show you what this looks like from that side. There we go, nice. Shame it's kind of tucked out the way, but anyway, I'm going to use that. Okay, just getting ready. This little area here, just behind the driver's seat, I'm going to put a socket. I'm going to mount the socket on its side here, and directly in between the two cup holders. So hopefully if I need to plug something in, I can still get some large bottles in there if I need to. It's probably the easiest way, because then it sits in this cupboard back here, which has got all the electrical items in it. So I'll stick it through there. There's a little plastic grey box, whatever that is, there. In there, see the 4 screw holes. Yeah, that's where it was. A little circuit board. Here. Won't move. Hang on, will I move it? Let's move it there. See there, 240 volts in and out. I haven't got any of them plugs, so I'll cobble something up and tie my 240 volts there. I'll switch it off there. So okay, I've finished the wiring, so obviously it's electric hookup's disconnected. I didn't have any of these fancy plugs, which I should have in stock really. I have been reading about them on the forum, but I haven't got around to buying them. Anyway, because I haven't got any, I've just spliced into it. It's a bit fiddly because the wires aren't particularly long. Put a chock block in, and then fed from there into the socket here, which is in and installed, and then looped out of that socket into the back of this cupboard here, and then we've got that wire there which goes along to that socket. So yeah, I'm all done. I just need to reposition this box because the length of wire isn't quite going to be long enough, or it might be actually. We'll see. I might have to reposition it. Might need to just put it a little bit lower, but it's not a problem. Okay, I'm going to another stage. I'm going to put a socket down here, 240 socket at the bottom, and some 12 volt USB